Hello everyone, my name is Wish. I'm the CEO of Pharos. I'm very glad to be here to introduce Pharos, and we are building the Silkroad to the Web3 and crypto. So Pharos, who is Pharos? Pharos is the fastest EVM compatible layer 1 that we are aiming to bridge in the Web2 and Web3 through the capital users and the asset side. And currently, we are working with many of the TradFi institutions to onboard the most premium RWA asset onto Pharos, and we are through our modular deep parallel tokenizations. So, what's the problem of the TradFi if they are going to onboard on Web3? So we saw a few of the problems here. So. Firstly, there is a bottleneck when we are onboarding a huge amount of the RWA onto Web3, and also we saw there the time, the T plus a few days of the settlement time in the Web3 if we are onboarding the Web2 asset onto Web3, and also there is a friction loss when we are trying to on-ramp to off-ramp all those capitals between Web2 and Web3, and also with the foreign exchanges, which will eroding the yield of those assets. And lastly is the compliance issue. We still saw much of the burdens that when we are onboarding many of those assets trying to be on Web3, they need KYC, they need some kind of licenses, they are trading as security, and they're restricted to many of the regions to be traded. So Pharos is here to solve all those problems. So firstly, we are going to have a T plus 0 remittance for those assets on the Web3. And the secondly, we are developing a privacy preserving payment and decentralized infrastructure through our special. We call it a special processing network, which is a customizable subnet on the Pharos layer 1, which will allow those institutions have this regulated or even permissioned applications on the same network. Also, we are providing sustainable and inflation-resistant order base through our partners, which are mainly based on many of the renewable energy-backed order base. So for Pharos, we, as an infrastructure for the layer 1, we're providing as I said, we are currently the fastest EVM compatible layer 1. We're providing 2 gigabytes per second with real-time finality. That's a sub-second finality for all the tradings and the payment that happen on Pharos. And we have this modular SPN to allow customization for all this, especially institutional level asset issuers or TradFi institutions. And we are also providing the we call it deep parallel execution layer for the best performance to be beyond the traditional EVM layer 1s. And also we are onboarding this, we call it the dual VM design. So we're allowing full solidity compatibility, and also we can utilize this Watson runtime to enable cross-chain liquidity for all the applications. So Pharos is not just a purely layer 1, but we are providing a tech stack with end-to-end solutions for the order base. For example, for the off-chain, we're working with many partners and ourselves to providing no matter it's a custodian or it's KYC providing or even credit rating for the asset, and also on-ramp to off-ramp, many of the other services that will be needed for the RWA and the TradFi onboarding. And for the infrastructure, we are also providing most fully pledged infrastructures for all the applications and the TradFi institutions with RWA onboarding. And for the protocol level, we are currently building ecosystem around those RWA and RWA systems. We're providing the lending, borrowing, the yield strategies, and asset management, and many of the DeFi protocols are around those RWA assets. So Pharos here in the middle, we are the hub that we are connecting the asset originator, tokenization providers with the financial, together with the financial institutions or platforms that can be investors to all those assets. We are also providing the end-to-end tech stack to help the asset to be onboarded on Pharos. So Pharos now we have launched our testnet. It begins at the later of May. Until today, we have get a lot of the mass adoptions through our ecosystem and users. We are getting 22 million of the real users are now participating on our testnet and our RWA and RWA ecosystem, and we are getting millions of the website exposures, and we are getting over 167 million of the on-chain wallets that are interacting with our blockchain. And as I said, we are the fastest blockchain. We are having a 0.2 second for the block time, which allows us to have this real-time finality on technologies. So currently, Pharos is working with Ant Digital Technology to bring in over 1.5 billion of RWA pipeline to be onboarded on Pharos. And also, we are incubating a next generation of RWA exchange ecosystem on Pharos. So for roadmap, we're still going to launch our SPN end of this year, and to have our mainnet launched early next year. And we have a bunch of a pipeline for RWAs on the traditional finance and renewable energy. We are aiming to have onboard 100 billion of RWA asset towards 2027. Here are some of the highlights on our ecosystem. Actually, we have a quite fully fledged of the ecosystem on, no matter it's a DeFi protocol. So we have a Morpho, we have a CN, we have a DEX, Perps, and all of those DeFi protocols. And we are also working with many of the wallet to have more user onboarding. And for the asset side, we're working with Ant Group, Chainlink, and R2, and many of the protocols to onboard many of the most premium RWA asset. Now we are having a 20 million eco grants for our ecosystem. We are focused on the 3 tracks on the ecosystem development. Firstly is on the RWA and the payment, and secondly is on the DeFi, probably we can call it RWA. And the last one is the most innovative project. We are glad to say that have this new kind of design, especially for RWA, can be onboarded on Pharos. So we're going to skip this. So at last is for the stablecoin. Many of us are talking about stablecoin is about payment and the efficiencies. But for Pharos, we think stablecoin beyond than that. It should be one of the puzzle in our RWA system that can increase the efficiency of the capital flows and to be more transparently and more efficiently connected with Web2 asset and institutions. So here we have this 4 strategies in the Pharos ecosystem for the stable coins. So we want the stablecoin to be fairly and open access to all of our ecosystems, and we are glad to onboarding the regulated stablecoin in the Asia, because we think it's still the center of and the biggest market for the TradeFi, for the remittance and the digital asset. So we are providing the programmable infrastructure for all those regulated stablecoin on Pharos. And also we are working with the regulators and all those TradFi institutions that to provide the most regulated legal frameworks across Asia and to be cross-border remittance and all those institutions to have this stablecoin can be greatly flowed on the Pharos ecosystem. So that's for my talk, and thank you. And here is some of the links of Pharos, and I'm glad to have everyone to pay attention to Pharos and to follow our website and Telegram and Twitter. Yeah, thank you.